Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Audio Thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Subscribe to the channel, follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Prince Miller Entertainment, Facebook, Prince Miller Entertainment. We're also available on our Facebook group, which is Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Today is the 24th of November 2021. And guys, we say guys, at the same streets. So here's the latest, guys, regarding to Nyaya. I know my elections, my by-elections that go next year, and also general elections which will happen in 2023. And church leaders have called for peace ahead of the 2023 elections amid warning by analysts that the forthcoming polls are a potential bloodbath, citing the resurgence of political motivated violence. Zimbabwe will hold by-elections early next year, while harmonized elections are scheduled for 2023. In a statement yesterday, the Zimbabwe heads of Christian denominations, ZHOCD, emphasized the need for prayer, electoral reforms, and adherence to the rule of law to ensure free and fair non-violent elections. Informed by the above theological reflection, as the ZHOCD, we desire in 2023 to see an election process which is going to be characterized by peace and tolerance before, during, and after the elections, read the ZHOCD statement signed by the Zimbabwe Catholic Bishop Conference, Evangelical Fellowship of Zimbabwe, the Zimbabwe Council of Churches, and the Union for Development of Apostolic and Zionist Churches in Zimbabwe, Africa. The ZHOCD expects that the authorities will implement essential electoral reforms well before elections take place. Expects that the leadership of all political parties will take responsibility to preserve and protect the lives of citizens. The ZHOCD and Chapter 12 institution should prepare an election peace pact to be signed by all political parties. The ZHOCD will organize pre-election prayer services to pray for peace during and after elections. The church said it would push to provide a platform for debate among contesting parties and candidates to de-escalate tension. The ZHOCD will promote the upholding of individual freedoms of movement, assembly, association, speech, and access to information, and an election whose process and outcomes will not be contested because it is transparent and fair. The ZHOCD is also inviting the nation to a post-election National Day of Prayer to commit the new leadership to God. Political analysts have said that the continued blocking of MDC Alliance rallies and arrest of opposition supporters were clear warning signs of a violent election ahead. Eldred Masunungure said the selective application of the law would escalate tensions. ZANU-PF is being treated as above the law while the MDC Alliance is portrayed otherwise. The law is being applied selectively, and it is a clear shown in these political activities where the law is being applied in a selective way, with the MDC Alliance being treated unfairly. He said it will have implications for 2023 and the by-elections, which are many. There's likely to be greater attention being applied to the manner in which the law enforcement agents would treat various players in the electoral field. But what is clear also is that the playing field is uneven, and more needs to be done to make every player equal in front of the law, which is not the case. Another analyst, Rashwet Mukundu, said the continued arrest of MDC Alliance supporters and harassment of opposition MDC Alliance leader Nelson Chamisa is evidence that the political environment in Zimbabwe is actually getting worse, and it should be preparing for probably one of the worst violent elections that we have never seen in Zimbabwe. The country's polls have been marred with political violence since independence, the worst being the 2008 elections, where over 200 MDC supporters were maimed or lost their lives. Mnangagwa has essentially sunk Zimbabwe into a deeper and much darker war than we have seen. The worst part is that we are not going to see the police and judicial or any other state agencies responsible for promoting peace and protecting the rights of individuals, including the right to free political participation, freedom of association, being anything, because what we now have is a broken system, a militarized government in control of all state structures by the ruling party, and a small clique wanting to hang on to power either by hook or crook, Mukudu said. Chamisa recently claimed an attempted attack on his life but ZANU-PF denies charges of sending its supporters to harass Chamisa. ZANU-PF, acting a political commissar, Patrick Chinamasa, instead accused Chamisa of provoking ruling party supporters. So guys, that's the latest in my elections. On Numa Church, very worried about the by-elections that are next year, and also my general elections are coming 2023. They're saying that the government needs to implement those reforms that we've been talking about here so many times. We've talked about Nyama reforms so many times so that the political feud can be even. And again, the spotlight will be on the police. And therapy, because the police are supposed to serve and protect all Zimbabwean citizens regardless of political affiliations, but we've seen them sidelining with the ruling party ZANU-PF. I mean, nyaya Chamisa yedatatake katika kwa mtare iripap, we need to see some investigations, some reports, or even press conferences. We need to see some of the people being arrested, but pana munata sungwa, violence akatika kumashingo pai, nothing have happened, which means that something is going on there, So it's one of those things that many people are really looking forward to see if the police are gonna be doing a fair job in trying to arrest people who are instigating, who are causing violence, people who are promoting violence. So those people should be arrested, because no one warranta kuti my elections edu, my campaigns edu have violence. So if we don't arrest those people, changora machungona and machungurowa chitase, and so the churches are saying that the government needs to implement those security reforms, those electoral reforms, so that my elections are free and fair. And we don't want a contested elections whereby people be arguing, saying this and that and this. And election, let's move on in Zimbabwe. We've seen it happening in many countries. Because remember, Zimbabwe belongs to everybody. It doesn't belong to ZANU-PF only or MDC Alliance. The country belongs to everybody. So we're gonna keep a closer eye on my elections here on this channel, on Prince Miller Entertainment TV, on the road to 2023 general elections here. Of course, we're gonna be covering all the events here, so you need to like, to share, you need to comment in the comment section, you need to subscribe, you need to be part of us, because next year is gonna be a very, very, very tense year. And when it comes to my by-elections article munana April, my general elections article in 2023. And so this is the audio thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. I do agree 100% of what the political analysts are saying, and also what the churches are saying when it comes to peace. We want a free Zimbabwe whereby there's peace, respect of rule of law, at the same time freedom of speech. And personal or whatsoever. And so audio thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Remember guys to like, share and comment. We'll keep you guys informed about any new information and here on this channel. And so thank you for listening and watching audio thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Bless up.